friend and light. The darkness left behind.
Troubled mind, we are only kind, and
breaking down. But we'll rendezvous at the end, my friend, and light the darkness left behind. Smoke lingers after fire. Your troubled mind, we are only blind, and will kindly cease to be as we intertwine within universe and its cosmic symphony. Return me to stardust. Smoke lingers after fire.
Ooh, hi everybody. Ooh, why do I look like that? I cannot be that small. There we go. We fixed ourselves. How are you guys doing? I know it is a Tuesday. I normally don't stream on Tuesday, but today is a ooh, I have to fix that too. Let's fix that. There we go. Today is a special occasion because today we were so nicely invited by Wired Productions to co-stream their live stream. So basically this is their gaming event. So we get to go meet some amazing games and some equally amazing devs. Courtesy of Wired Productions. And you know me, I always love to have people be able to discover newer games because y'all know I recently actually covered Bulwark, which is a really cool game. I highly recommend it if you like, you know, civilization builders and you like pirates and you like, you know, great graphics and equally nice game like music, then definitely go check it out. But this one specifically like Wire Production is behind it and I absolutely love it. So we were nice enough to get invited to cover their Wired Direct event. So today is that day. We're being special today because we like showcasing games. Yay! So we are currently waiting for them to go live. That's why you don't hear any music whatsoever. We're going to sit here and we're going to wait and we're going to talk. I hope everybody is having a good Tuesday. I am currently eating some pasta for lunch. I'll have tacos later. And then I have so many surprises for you guys. It's going to be so much fun. Well, later on this week. Because I got things. I got things to show off. I'm excited. I'm also excited to see what they're going to bring to everybody this time. So like I said, I discovered Bulwark and oh my God. If y'all already know, I like Civilization City Builder games. And when I tell you I absolutely love this game, oh, the graphics are so good. The graphics are so good on it. So I'm always excited to see what Wired Production is going to bring out. Because I always want to introduce people to newer games. And I always say it's really nice to always get to know the people behind the games that you're making, well, that you're buying. Because I love, I'm not gonna lie, I love when you meet devs who are equally passionate about the games that they play. And I don't mean like they're passionate about just making games, but like especially when they're passionate about that game that they're working on. Because you can tell they play the game. You can tell they play the game, you can tell that they love that game. You can tell that that's like something they're very, very, very much married to. So I always love when I see stuff like that. Like 100%. I love when I see games that focus really like devs that focus really heavily on that kind of stuff. So hi, Cannon Bushes. I'm doing good. How are you? We're currently waiting for Wire Direct to press play. We're waiting for them to go live so we can go do stuff. We can go experience their games. It is. It's going pretty good. I actually got a lot of stuff. I know it is. It's coaching time. We're just waiting on them to go live so we can go do it. Well, no, I was just talking about how it's so great when you meet, like when you try to get to know the devs behind the games that you're playing, especially when they're very passionate about the games that you actually play. Like I love that. I love that so much. Like there's nothing better than watching a dev get really excited about the games that you're playing with because they're just as invested in the game that you're playing as it is me playing the game. And I know that when I know that they play the game, it's so much better because they know. They know. Like devs who play their own game, they can tell you all the stuff that's like frustrating. It's they can tell you what's frustrating because they relate on so many levels. You said that's why you must play games with the lads. Oh no, you know what? I honestly firmly believe that if you make a game, you should be playing your game. And I don't mean playing it in like the way like you're playing it via like, God mode and stuff like that. You definitely should see it from the perspective of the player and play it as you were just like the average player playing it. Cuz you get a very different perspective of like difficulties that like a player may experience, or in some cases you can tell if a player is just like, okay, you just kind of not even trying type deal. I think but it's really good because they're just it again. It's the investment in it. When you see them getting that invested in it, it's great. It's honestly great, but it's also really good to kind of get an understanding from the dev point of view too. Because I get very passionate about that. I am a big fan of games are not just for the players, they're also for the devs. And like when a dev is making a game, they're telling their story, they're telling their journey, they're showing you their imagination. And I hate when you see people just like want to turn their their story into someone else's story. And it's just like The game is just as much the devs as it is the players, and y'all have to understand that. Like you don't want the story to now just not be theirs. Exactly. It's like exactly when you build your first car, you take it for a ride. You building that car, that was your stuff. When you get that old junk, it looked like old junk when it came to you, and your parents were like, if you can make it run, it's yours. That entire process of you making it run, that's your journey with that car. So of course, you're going to take it out there. You're going to do everything you can to make it be exactly you. And then once you take out for a spin, you want people to see it. You want people to admire the work that you did on it. And then of course, when you get passengers in there, passengers are always going to have commentary. But at the end of the day, that is still your car. And I always tell that about devs. I'll say that about every game. Devs don't always hit it. They don't always have the most popular game out there. But I will say that in the most part, devs do love their game. And it's their story. It's the way that they want to see their game. And people have to kind of respect that. You can ask for like little tweaks here and there to make it maybe easy, like a little easier for you. But if you try to take away from the game overall and you have to take away from the story, it's no longer the devs game, it's your game. And I'm like, no. That's why I love when you see people getting very passionate about this. And we're still waiting for them to hit the live button. They said go to this link. Oh yeah, you can win their PC. So if you want to do it, you can go in here and win their stuff. If you're trying to get their Steam Deck. So they got a link here. I will link the link to you guys. If you would like a chance at winning a Steam Deck, let me go ahead and drop this in chat for you guys. So there you go. You all can go in there and see if you have an opportunity to do that. And let me do it over on the YouTube side. There we go. That was actually kind of loud. Let me know if that's a little bit too loud. It might be a little bit too loud. And there you go, YouTube. If y'all would like to get an opportunity to try to get a Steam Deck, there you go. Okay, thank you. I had to turn it down just look because I was not expecting that. I always want to make sure y'all not getting y'all ears blew out. And then make sure y'all follow them on YouTube as well as Twitter. And I love that you can see the games that they already have out there. But this is like, Martha is Dead is 50% off. gonna go ahead and do this so y'all don't have to look at that track.
It's a long road to the gold, it's a whole adventure.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, look at this. Get a free Steam game. There you go. Look at this. Be fast on your fingers, fans.
You ain't the king of Jack. Babylon brain stuck on the track. Right on the course, revealing all that you lack. Here's a fact. Rip the illusion you might.
And if you're wondering about what this music is, this is Arcade Paradise by Ivor and the Horde from Arcade Paradise official soundtrack. So they're periodically giving out free codes to games. So if you're fast enough, you can get a free game on Steam from them. Yes, it is. Tenant bushes. Oh, where's it go? Yep. To a game they own. Oh, wow. You would have to put it into Steam and then you have to hit the redeem a code. So right when you open up Steam, you will hit redeem or activate a code or activate a game, and then you will put in that code. But it also said fast on your fingers, so you gotta be fast because it could get claimed. I really actually like the graphics to this game. What is it? Gory, cuddly carnage. And this music is good. I love it. I can vamp to this all day. This would be like Oh my god, I love this. Look at this. I have to add this soundtrack to my playlist because oh my god, this is so good. Now I can sit here forever and listening to this. This is so good. What North Carolina-based video game company created the 2018 breakout hit Fortnite? Okay, the word Tetris is a combination of the Greek word tetra, meaning four, and what six-letter sport that was a favorite of game creator Alexei Pakhtunov? Okay, dressed in purple and black with an upside-down L on his cap, what skinny and mustachioed character made his debut in 2000 Nintendo 64 game Mario Tennis? It is Waluigi. Yeah, I need to check out the Falconeer because I played Bulwark and Bulwark is so good. But this actually, Bulwark is the continuation from the Falconeer, but I never played the first one. Oh Lord, give me 1 second. Okay, back. Ooh, second game code up. Make sure if y'all would ever like to know more about Wired Productions, you can always check out their YouTube, their Discord, and their Twitter. You can find them under @WiredP. Okay. Which PlayStation platformer released in 1996 has you play as the titular character, a marsupial prone to mayhem who was captured and mutated by Dr. Neo Cortex? Ooh. Damn it, why are there so many people with faster fingers? Well, they got that practice. They've been practicing. A sleek black convertible known as the Regalia is the car Noctis Lucius Callium and his friends used to travel across Eos in the 15th installation of what a literal video game franchise. We all know what that is. If you get that wrong, you all a band. Pocket, Light, Color, and Advance for all styles or variants of what video game hardware system? He said in Super Mario Kart, the first game in Nintendo's racing franchise, which of the playable characters has the shortest name? Okay. What object does Mario typically leap onto after completing a level in the earliest iteration in his franchise? Y'all should know this. Ooh, y'all should know the name of this. Oh, I can bop to this music all day. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta see if this is on Spotify or something because I love this. I can do PvP to this music. This is like literally the type of music that I go and play PvP to. Like I just slap on like a banging soundtrack and then I just go nuts. I just check out and just play PvP to that. Oh, I love this. Now this is Bulwark Falconer Chronicles, and I'm gonna tell you, if you are a city builder, civilization builder, survivor type of person who likes playing games like that, this game is so good. It is so good. And the nice thing specifically about this game is that not only is it on Steam, but you can also play it on console. But I actually showcased this game about a couple of weeks ago, courtesy of Wired Productions, and I did it on console. Cause you know, I always like to show off console games as much as possible. Like I do keep PC games a lot too, but I love a game that can be played on multiple platforms. Just because you always I like people to feel like, you know, it's not just PC games that are like good. That you can also play those same games on console so that people can get, you know, get to explore it just as much as their PC brothers and sisters. And when I tell you this game is so good, it is so good. The graphics were good, the music was good. When you start getting into the meat of the gameplay, it is really nice too. Like I love this kind of game, and it's like it's a civilization city builder with like survival strategy type stuff. Because you do have to rebuild up your civilization after everything that happened in Falconeer, the previous game they had showed. So everything in Falconeer, this is like the sequel to it, and you have to rebuild up civilization. And you have to choose between 3 different factions and build up from there. It's really good. I highly recommend people playing it. Had to reach behind me and get my water. And it was actually really easy on console too. Because I'm always interested when a dev makes something that can be played on various different systems. So, because my biggest thing is like how they translate the controls and hotkeys that they have on PC, how it translates over onto PlayStations or on Xboxes or anything like that. And it actually translated very well. It was really smooth. An egg-shaped wind instrument dating back to ancient times appear in the title of what 1998 installment in the Legend of Zelda franchise, which debuted on the Nintendo 64 game system. What 2009 game developed by Mojang is an open sandbox in which players often build structures and battle creepers, zombies, and other quote unquote mobs? What third-person shooter video game developed by Nintendo was first released in 2015 and features characters known as Inklings that can transform between human and squid-like forms? Squid shooter. Splatoon. The squid shooter. In 2015, the first 6 games were inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Name one of these games. No. In the original 1980 edition of Pac-Man, the 4 ghosts were named Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and what C name that doesn't rhyme with the rest? Hi, Wicked. Remember they said don't rhyme. And this is Tiny Troopers Global OPS, Global Ops, and this is 50% off of Steam.
Extra player.
Nah, not a gecko. Nah, not a horned gecko. I am a whole Arasser. Ooh, here we go. The Warthog is the nickname of the M12 Force Application Light Reconnaissance Vehicle, a fictional armored fighting vehicle that appears in what video game series? Man, I have not played Halo in forever. What 2018 video games is set in 1899 and follows the story of outlaws Arthur Morgan and John Marston? Both characters are members of the Vanderlinde gang. Y'all should know this one. You should really know this one. In the game Halo, what is the name of Master Chief's AI sidekick? Microsoft later reused this game for their own product. I also, a couple of days ago, uninstalled this from my PC, so you should know who this is. Cortana. Halo lore used to be so good. Like, it's still good, but like, it used to be good. What card game related to the Warcraft universe did Blizzard release in 2014? Ain't it Heroes of the Storm? No, it's not. I think it is. No, it might not be.
One more now.
Oh, okay, Hearthstone. I always forget about that game. What video game character is described with the following set of clues, created by Charles Zambalias? First introduced in 1998, a young, energetic violet creature with orange, medium-sized wings, large curved horns most of the time, and a spiral-shaped spike on the tip of his tail, and spikes resembling a hawk. Okay, y'all should know this one. But like, I remember when Halo actually had like the app. So they used to have on Xbox.
Game over.
They had an app on Xbox that when you connected Halo to it, you could pull up their entire lore. And I mean, like, it was so beautifully done. I want to say it was called Waypoint or something like that. But you could like pick the categories of like everything from the planets to the races to the weapons, the timeline of everything that had happened. It used to be like a serious deep dive, but it was like beautifully made. Like, ironically, that's how you found out about Destiny 2, because it showed up there too. But well, Destiny, the first Destiny, you found out about it on there. So that's how you kind of knew that like Bungie was getting ready to break off and do their own thing. But it was actually very beautifully done. The first Star Wars video game made for the Atari 2600 was based on which film in the original trilogy? You said you had an Xbox? Yes, because at the time, most of my friends actually had an Xbox. They didn't have a PlayStation. Now, I had very few friends that had a PlayStation. Although early versions of the game featured a character named Ivan the Space Biker, the game's maker, Valve, eventually settled on Gordon Freeman as the hero. What was the game? I know, right? It's amazing. Some of us have friends. It's dangerous to go to an auction alone. In July 2021, an original Nintendo Entertainment System cartridge of what old school fantasy game sold for $870,000? What 1996 video game kicked off a long-running film and game franchise and elevated the horror genre of video games into the mainstream? You said you got friends. Are you sure they're friends or not people you trying to wife up? Used while playing Contra, the original Konami code gave you 30 extra of what video game things? Again, Tiny Troopers Joint Ops is 50% off Steam if you are interested. Why people always thinking I'm a I don't know, man. I mean, is that what you be doing? That's the energy you be giving off? Arcade Paradise VR.
Don't you know I got the high
Ooh. The way I don't think I could ever do. He's in the middle as my goddess gecko waifu. Oh my god. But then I don't think I could ever do VR. Cause I just don't. Yeah, that stuff make me motion sick.
You see me now, you're dead, you can call me Duke Nukem. Lion versus Ken, hit him off with a Hadouken. You cannot contend with these moves that I'm producing. Let's not hallucinating with these that I've been chewing. Wait, damn, hit so hard I made Onyx say slam. Catch me in the arcade, I'm the pocket change man. Watch me pick and roll LeBron on NBA Jam. I'm a fat lump of butter, got kicked up by my mother. I can't afford my rent, I'm a chronic lover. Now I get no sleep till the end game. Just Dunkaroos and a gold chain.
Let me begin, let me in, let me roll up and yeah. When my boys leaving them tours at home, I wanna get in my zone and play the Nintendo. Donkey Kong, then turn on Zelda. While I'm listening to keep your head up, strong out here. I gotta be so I get up every morning.
Now, see, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like talking about people gameplay like that unless you just bad. But like, why were you switching the hammer between hands? That's how you miss most of them. Oh no, hell no. See, this is right here. Right here is why I would not do no fam. You ain't about to catch me washing toilets in VR. Oh, you gotta go back right.
DJ Street Fight at night when I'm at the arcade playing NBA Jam. Gotta use the magic so I get to play Shaq. Fresh in the game like the Heat are in town. Built like the Terminator throwing it down. Since there ain't an MJ in the game, who you got that won't get swatted in the lane? I've been watching Spike Leak, Joyce, Tim, and the Pop Man, Super Mario, and Kirby, Triple Sonic, and Combat. Two tribal gamers, arcade facilitators.
Ew, is that roaches? Bro, ain't no way. No way. No way.
Keep going, keep playing.
Nah, you can keep them things. Ain't no way. Oh. You know what? I am waiting for somebody to do a laundromat simulator. The way all these different simulators are doing. Or do a fast food simulator. Oh, he just ate that gum. That's so nasty. What Star Wars console video game released at the end of 2020 focuses on space combat inspired by the movie franchise? The title comes from the operational Air Force units comprised of 2 or more aircraft and their personnel. Who told you these lies? This is what happens when I sit in Nami's chat. Sun, Moon, Diamond, Pearl, and Soul Silver have all been names of games in what iconic video game franchise? What Nintendo console was codenamed NX while under development and featured controllers called Joy-Cons upon release? A Switch. What 1985 video game begins with a planned departure from Independence, Missouri? Oh, I remember this. This was a childhood favorite, Oregon Trail. You know they remade that game too. Everybody named Mama would always get dysentery. He said, "You a boomer?" No, I like games like that. What fantasy kingdom is the main setting for the Legend of Zelda video game series? Although morbidly, I used to try to figure out how many of my people would get dysentery. That was a highlight of my gaming. So in about a minute 30, y'all gonna have an ad break, courtesy of Twitch.tv. Yeah, I gotta playlist this this Arcade Paradise, because this is actually really good music. Hi Noodle, how are you? Awful, but that's not important. Why are you feeling awful? No, talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why are you feeling awful? Buzz got sick last night. Oh no! And he got sick on his birthday. No, not the Buzz. So no sleep. Yeah, he got sick on his feet. What did he do? Is it something he ate? I'm not sure if it's something he ate or if it's just something he got sick with, like a something. Oh, well, I hope he feels better. Poor Bub. I hope so too. My poor wash and dryer getting a workout and he's just been so down low. Aww. Yeah, when little kids get sick, they always it breaks my heart when you see little kiddos get sick. That's after I'm doing all that gagging, because I can imagine why you're watching so much. And oof, girl, no, I do not miss those days. I'm just gonna tell you, it is very interesting that behind me they have like the person, like they have it where somebody comes up randomly and like pushing himself up against the screen. Hey, he just so happened to be right, like directly behind me. I think that is so hilarious. I know, right? Oh, y'all are back from ad break. You said when they are back, I never left. That's right. You forever, we're together forever, Noodle. You can never leave now. You said that okay. I like my boxes. So Noodle, I got Shoko on Foam Stars. Yeah, I have created a menace. I have created a complete menace. So the first match I took her into, like we lost, but it wasn't like a bad loss, but it was like it was still a loss, right? So then the second and third matches we went into, when I tell you she popped off, she was gone. She was ready. She was ready to go. Yeah, she's been playing with tonics. I'll probably show it to her, show you to her. But she's been playing with like one character starting off, and she is absolutely in love with that one. So like now I think she ended up getting a battle pass, which is actually not that much. And she's been like trying out some of the other foam stars that have gotten unlocked for her. And now she's just like, yeah. So she's like slowly making her way through the different ones to see like which ones she like and like her feel for them. Oh yeah, no, she's hooked. She's absolutely hooked. I told you, she popped off last night. Look, trust me, I wish we could find 2 other people to play, because like they have a squad mode. So they have like little missions that you can complete, but if like you go into squad mode, unfortunately they don't let you do it as duos. You have to have like 4 people total that you can go in and do like the little mission stuff with it. But you can also, the nice thing about it though is like, even though we can't really do the missions together, we have to pretty much do it solo right now, unless we can find 2 other people to do the squad stuff with. The actual battle royale parts, yeah, we can actually have like 1 to 4 people. So me and her were queuing in together, and we would just pick up 2 other people, so that makes it a lot easier. It would be cool to have like a full squad going in there, but yeah. It would be lots of fun. You said you would if you could. I know, because you would love it. Honestly, Noodle, I think you would love it. This music is popping off so good. I mean, I played Overwatch and Splatoon. I like both, so I'm sure I would. I played Overwatch when it first came out, and then I just kind of stopped playing because I was already playing other games, and especially on a PvP basis, so I was like, I'm a little over the competitiveness right now, so I kind of stopped playing it. But I want to kind of get back into it. Like low key offline, I'm also learning about like how to play League of Legends, so that's that too. And then I kind of got invited to try out Smite 2, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. I've never played League. I've seen League. I've seen a lot of people play League, and I think it's an interesting looking game. Like, I'm curious to try it, but like I've never played a game similar to it. You said Smite's a whole different demon. I'm not even gonna tell you how many hours I have. Oh my lord, you play Smite? Noodle, we might have to talk. We might have to talk. All right, let me know if the sound is a little bit low. Because I had to turn it down earlier because the music, like when it first came out, was blaring.
Oh, we're live. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wired Direct 2024 showcase. It's a yearly presentation where Wired and their development partners lift the lid on just some of the stuff they've been working on over the last year or so. We've got loads of gameplay reveals, world premieres.
It's a bit quiet. Okay, hold on.
The developers, and just loads more. But one thing's for sure, it's chock full of stuff, and we want to just get straight into it. So we better get a move on.
This is Gory Cuddly Carnage.
In the beginning, there were cats. In a some little
How does that sound?
loved by all. But I guess shit changes. On August 29th, 2024. Good versus bad. Cat versus unicorn. So don't be a pussy, cat. Paint the town red with blood as you unleash devastating moves. Power slide, grind, and scream to cause maximum carnage. Explore levels, save the world, and look cute while you do it.
I like the trailer for this. I really like the trailer for this.
Holy fuck. I'm going to be singing that song in my sleep. Now, a little unknown fact. We tried to get Blink-182 to record a version of their hit song, Furline This, but no dice. Anyway, Gory Cuddly Carnage is going to launch on August 29th on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and my favorite, Nintendo Switch. And you can pre-order right now on Xbox, PlayStation, and even smash your paws right now on Steam.
I know what you're thinking, and it's what kind of maniac would envision this type of game? Well, hey, good news, viewers, because we've got Angry Demon Studios joining us right now to give us a little look into their frankly twisted minds. Well, the Angry Demon Studio maniacs responsible for that trailer that we just saw. Thanks for joining us all the way from Sweden, although with the internet, doesn't really matter where you are in the world these days, does it, to be honest? Let's imagine that somebody has just stumbled into this trailer and they've got no idea what the hell. I know the game, and I was still like, oh.
That was
what kind of
already good enough
gameplay
for me.
experience is a game like Gory offering to the folks at home?
Well, that is a very big question because it offers a lot of different types of just gameplay or just things overall. I think we have like three major pillars to the game, which is combat. That is something we spend a lot of time on getting, really good. And then there are the cutscenes, and introductions, and just making it feel cinematic and cool. And the third one, I think I've forgotten because I am the lead designer.
I don't.
Oh,
That's
racing!
one
Yeah,
of them.
racing is one. Thank you. But yeah, so basically, there is racing, but the two things that are the main things of the game is basically like very smooth combat and just traversal on a hoverboard.
Yeah, short version. You're a cat on a hoverboard slicing unicorns.
And that's the thing that's supposed to feel good, and that's what the game offers. Thank you, William. lead audio.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's a game where it's super easy and fun to have fun and play the game. And if you want to, you can get really good at it, but at the same time, you don't have to be super experienced with hack and slash or skating games for playing our game. It's a very action-driven, fun, easy to play, cool game in which it's just adorable things happening.
Caroline actually hit something really important there. We did a playthrough with a
I
charity
like when
2
games
years
do
ago.
like that, when they try to make it fun for
one of the people
everybody
that
to
played
be
it
able to
had
get
never
into.
played the hack and slash, and they just loved it. And they said like it's baby's first hack and slash because it was so easy to actually play it. You didn't actually have to know it, but you still had a lot of fun with it. But like the main thing that we've always been striving for is just fun.
Yeah.
So there's like, yeah, sure, the game takes skill and all of that, but the main factor that we always ask ourselves, like, is it fun? And if it's not fun, we'll just not have it in the game.
And
That like the players amount of fun is the most important thing to us.
And we had experienced hack and slash players playing this game too, and they've had fun too.
Yeah.
That's most
I
important
feel like
to us.
the idea of it being fun is very obvious from the surface, with the bombast of it being unicorns and a cat as a main character. That's a very visually striking concept and a world. So can you explain a little bit behind the inspiration of why a cat, why a unicorn, why a hoverboard? Like what made you decide on these factors?
So basically, we've been doing this scary, serious game for years, and we really needed an outlet to do something fun, to do something that we felt like this is a crazy idea. Let's put it in there. And so Gory, the basic idea of Gory was born, and a cat because we love cats.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love cats?
Everybody loves cats.
And we came up with the idea, like the ultimate pet. What would that be that you can't get? Oh, that would be a unicorn, of course. Who doesn't want a unicorn as a pet? The perfect pet.
And then all of a sudden we had a cat also on a hoverboard, because that was a really cool mechanic we had and we tested it. And now we have unicorn enemies. So it kind of just spiraled out of control there for a bit.
So we had fun with the idea, and a new idea was born from that idea, and then it just...
I think my favorite memory is when we kind of like, we were brainstorming how to spawn the enemies. In Devil May Cry, they are demons, so they just they kind of climb out of darkness from the ground. It's like they climb out of hell. That's really cool.
It's really cool.
It's like, what do we do? And one of us had the idea that, what if we do like gacha balls, from machines where you put like a coin in
corner.
it, and then you roll it and then it comes out. It's like, no, that's too crazy. And it's like, wait, I was still in the Absolov mode, and I was like, yeah, why the fuck not? Let's do that.
Yeah,
so we just
I
had
like
this
that they're deep
teleported
diving
eggs,
with the
which is
devs of
basically
each of these
teleported
games, because it gives you an idea of like
So
how
the answer in
how
short
they
really
came up
is
with everything.
Gory is just
and their
a
thought
game made
process.
with
So this is
no
actually really
restraint whatsoever, because the sort of the shackles of serious Norse mythology infused horror sometimes can get a bit much to bear, right?
Hell yeah.
That summarizes it
Very
pretty
well
well.
summarized.
Yeah.
I suppose the main question a lot of people would be asking when they see a game like this is, what's the plot? What would players be doing to sort of, I guess, guide them through their unicorn slaughtered, bloodbath?
Let's see here. What have we given away? Because I don't want to spoil anything today. But basically, the world as we know have ended due to toys. we all knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Basically, there's a company called Cool Toys, and they made this Ultra Pet, which is the ultimate pet toy. It's alive, but it doesn't do the normal organic stuff like peeing and pooing and dying and those annoying things that you have to clean up after. So
It's
they made this
always
like
the
it's a
underdog,
replicant. So
the toys.
the inspiration was Blade
Well, I
Runner.
told
with
y'all,
the
Lego's
replicants.
gonna
They're
be the
like
end of us
fake
all.
people. So these are like fake pets. They started out doing pets that were similar to real pets, but they didn't sell very well. So they started doing these and these more like fantasy film, like the unicorn, and that was the big break, and it spread all over the world. And then bam, something happened that made them mutate and rebel against their human masters. And this is basically where the universe takes off. We have these mutated toys that, in the apocalypse, and we have our hero and his friends, or our three heroes. It's Gory, the cat, Frank, the hoverboard, and then Chip, the kind of little bit sad. He's an AI and became sentient, and because of that, sentience comes with sadness, as most of us know, in one form or another. So that's kind of his thing. While Frank is maybe not as sentient because he's just happy about everything. He's one of them characters, and we get to follow their path through this kind of hilariously apocalyptic world, while also trying to save their creator, Professor Y, which they assumed were dead, but she's not.
Hey, that's a nice little cliffhanger to end it on, to be completely honest. Angry Demon Studios, thank you very much for that comprehensive, although still frankly quite bizarre look into Gory, which we now know is just months away. Before we let you go, is there anywhere you'd like to send the people where they can find you, keep up to date with all things Angry Demon Studio?
Oh yeah, for sure. Go to gory.wtf is the website. So gory. What the fuck? And you'll get all the info right there.
And you can find us on Discord, and when the game is released, please come join us.
And all links are, just as William said, available on gory.wtf. That's Gory, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie, if I had a website, I would do that
Thank
too.
you very much, guys.
Well, I don't know about you, Jake, but that was
Cheers
flipping
from
awesome.
Wired. Thanks
Thank
for
you, Angry
coaching.
Demon
Thank
Gang.
you for bringing
If
me here.
you're feeling a
I'm
bit of a
enjoying
curious
it.
cat and can't stand the allergies, you can pre-order and wishlist on PC, PlayStation,
Hi,
and
Kami.
Xbox.
How are you?
Right now, check out the links
Thank
below.
you for
and
hanging
can
out
also
with
head to
us.
gory.wtf.
This is fun. I enjoyed it. The music is amazing, by the way.
On everything that we've announced.
I've been sitting over here jamming the entire
listen,
thing.
I think it's about that time where we introduce who we are, why we're here, and a little bit about Wired. We've started with a bit of a cold open. To be completely honest, there's a lot of we've hit our sort of quota for cat jokes, by the way, so don't worry about that. That was I told you it was chock full of content, to be honest. In case you didn't know already, my name's Jake Kulkowski, and this fine fellow here is Aaron. We've been running the Wired Unplugged podcast over the last few years and working closely with Wired. They've been really, really good to us. And do you know what? Like, in case you don't know who Wired are and the Wired Direct, what it's all about, Wired are like this truly independent publisher, which is quite a rare thing these days, to be completely honest. You might know them from some of their stuff like Martha is Dead, Close to the Sun, and then the Falconeer Chronicles, Bulwark. You might be a Bullockhead, depends. It's a bit of a civil war in how you pronounce that. There's Deliver Us the Moon and Shaq Fu, which maybe that isn't in the notes. That's a bit of an ad lib there, to be honest.
No, listen. I'll be honest. We met Shaq. We spent a day with Shaq, and what a flipping beast. What a specimen.
I'm a fan of
a
Bulwark.
human.
Yeah.
Shaq is.
I watched him on Hot Ones
I
smash those
want to
wings, and I
check
was
out
like,
Falconeer because of
Yeah,
Bulwark.
like he tapped me, and I felt like I'd been hit.
Because
by
I
a
thought it
train.
was so
That's all
cool
I'm
to
gonna
see
say.
like
And
the
then he brought me back to
aftermath
life
of
'cause he killed me.
everything,
I'm
but
not
I
even
want to
joking.
see like
There's
the
video
actual
evidence out
war
there.
part.
Go check out Wired on YouTube. It
I want to
exists.
get
But
that.
actually, right now, let's stay right here because we've got something. We got a really move. We got another trailer right now, and this is a brand new first look at something special. Let's run it.
Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the future. Oh, this is like Terminator.
Nightcrawlers. That's what the people in the city call us. The Thought Bureau describes my duty as roam. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we spend most of our time in other people's brains, listening to what you hear and watching what you see. April 30th, 1976. It's the 4th year since I joined Leviathan's Thought Bureau. It's taken me 8 whole years to finally discover who I am.
Oh wow. I mean, ain't gonna lie, the graphics look nice.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Oh my. Oh my.
Wow. Okay. That looks absolutely incredible. I'm going to have to get my board out. I'm going to have little ropes going between pictures to try and decipher what's going on. But
It looks like
you're not going to have to
somebody
wait
I'll definitely
too
looks like
much
something
longer
I
to
watched
learn more
someone
about
else
Karma
play.
the
Looks
Dark World.
looks
As over the next coming
awesome.
months, we're going to have
Yeah, this
new
is
reveals
definitely
and
one of those
information
games
coming
I would
about
watch
the game.
somebody else play.
But from today, Jake, you can wishlist on PC and PS5 right now. Also, if you want a tiny bit more information, you can go to karmadarkworld.com to sign up for more updates as we go on this mysterious journey together. Speaking of the game, if you're keen to know more, we have a nice video interview from Pollard Studio, all the way from China.
Thank you for watching our trailer. I'm Lu Chen. I'm the executive producer.
I'm Yong He. I'm a creative director.
The graphics though, like I said, the graphics looks really good. They're
Karma,
stunning.
The Dark World is a psychological horror game with first-person narrative. We created a society under control of a company called Leviathan. The player is setting as an agent from this company. The daily work is using a special helmet to dive into people's brain to search their deep, deep memories, to collect the secret they want to hide, and also to find out what is the truth, what is going on. So there are gonna be two lines. One is reality, and the other one is like more magical, like dreams. It's very special. Polar Studio is based in Shanghai, China. We have 20 developers right now, and we have 5 to 15 years experience. We are focusing on developing high quality games with awesome art style and gripping narrative. Our passion is trying to provide players an audience with a unique experience which they never seen this in their life. We are not developing a game to scare the people. I would say although Karma is a horror game, but we focus more on the psychological aspect because we realize that sometimes the tense atmosphere will grab more attention. so it will also make them better into the game experience. The story seems sadness, I would say, on the surface, but we don't want to limit the players too much because we know everyone has their opinions and feelings. We want people to share their and emotions to us.
所以在游戏一开始的时候，我们其实是希望可以去建立一套宇宙世界观，然后我们通过不同的作品来去传达不同的情感。所以卡玛的话是这个的第一部作品。
You know, I'm
它
not
主
gonna
要
lie.
讲述的
Like
是寻找自我跟
psychological
拯救他人
horror
的
are
一个过
probably
程。
I don't know.
那
I know they're
这
all
款游
horror
戏的话，
games,
它其实
but
探索了关于
psychological
比如说
horrors are
像
like
这
so
种
much
惨痛
different
的爱
because it
情，
deep
或
dives
者
into
是
like
悲剧式的家庭，当然
really
还有
good
我们
topics,
都
and
知
I
道这
love
个
how
扭
they
曲的这个
explore.
社会道德
I'm
观。
just not a
所以
horror
我们希
fan.
望可
I
以
just I
支撑
can't
跟
get
玩家在
behind
一起
playing a
去
horror game.
一同体验整个毛骨悚然的这个游戏的旅程。那同时的话，我们也希望说，玩家可以时刻沉浸在这个黑暗的，或者说是非常迷幻的这个整个乌托邦的这个世界当中。另外的话，其实我们所有人都特别希望说，当玩家完成了这个游戏，结束了这个游戏之后，他可以去思考说他如何去珍惜当下，他如何
Well, listen, you know the
去
thing
珍
that's sending
惜
me that
他
I
身边
love,
爱
I
的人，
love this
去
so
思考
much
这些
is that
事
all
情。
of the games are multi-console. So
其
you
实
can
我
play
们
them
在
on
做这款项目
PC
的时
and
候，
on
我
Steam.
们
Like you
有
can play
过
on
很多灵
PC,
感的
on
参考，比
Switch,
如说
on
来自于
Xbox,
电视剧
on
双分，然
PS5.
后
I
还
am
有我们的
absolutely
三
loving
宇
this
宙。
kind of
然
stuff.
后书籍的话有我们喜欢的1984，然后当然还有游戏的话是来自于生化奇兵。那我们团队的话，经常会一起
So I
大
like
家
the
去探索
so
一些很有
far
趣的话题
all the
比如
devs that
说
they've
像
been
是
showing the
我们会
game
聊，
though,
如果人们失去
they've
了隐
been
私，
very
如
sensitive
果
to
一个
the
AI 控
different
制了整个世界，
arenas
如
of
果
gameplay,
我
and
们
they're like
去访问别人
creating
的记
games
忆，
that
或者是
can
探
be
索他的
traversed
这个
on
梦境
different
会是什么
platforms.
样子。就如果甚至有一款药物，它可以去控制人们的情绪，又会变成什么样子？所有这些独特的、有趣
You
的，
know, I love watching others
但
play
也
horror.
因为他们有
Yeah.
因果的这种紧密的
I can
连
only watch
接，
so much
所
horror
有的这
though.
些呢，
Like I
就
can
是
watch
构
it a
建
little
我们
bit,
这
and
个
then
灵
after a
感。
while, I have to start
If
doing
you
other stuff.
enjoy our games, please put us in your wish list
And website. And
Thank you for watching our trailer.
What happened to me? Who am I?
Thanks to Polish Studios for that look at Karma the Dark World. Now, back in 2019, all the way back in 2019, Wired partnered with the best Dutch export since the Street Waffle, Kayak Interactive, to bring Deliver Us the Moon to the masses. And wow, it went down a storm. So much so that Kayak pushed it to new heights and new levels, took it to what was then next gen. But one thing was always missing until now. They said it couldn't be done, kind of like going to the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, Deliver Us the Moon is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Don't believe us? See for yourself.
Space.
I've never heard of the game. I'm interested. I need a good Switch game. Oh my god.
Hey guys, Koen and Paul from Keoken here, and we have something awesome to reveal. We've been listening to the community, and a lot of people have been requesting this.
I don't know which is where space
We
or
are gonna
deep sea.
be
Look, both.
on Nintendo
Yes.
Switch with Deliver Us the Moon. It's actually a very big
Noodle, the
surprise
answer to the
because
question
the
is
team
yes.
actually
It's
convinced
always
both
yes.
of us that we were able to do this. And yeah, it's now there. Now Nintendo players can take their whole travels to the moon and enjoy it just like everyone else did. For me, it's a miracle that it's on there. It's crazy to think that we now have a game on Nintendo. We enjoyed making this as well, again, because we made it with all the passion we always have for these games. And yeah, enjoy the travels to the moon.
Thank you, Keoken. It's always lovely to have you along. If you
Look,
want to stay up to date with
The way
Deliver Us the
I
Moon
get
on Switch, you
anxiety
can
watching
follow
somebody
the
play
social channels
Subnautica
to stay up to date. Now,
is
Cast Your Mind Back to 2022.
unreal.
We made a small little teasing announcement for a hotel management simulator game called Hotel Architect. And since then, we've kept
But like
the
this
door
is
shut.
cool, but like I don't know how I would feel
Well,
about being sucked out
now
of
the
an
time
airlock
has
into
come
space.
to check
I
in.
like space travel. I like space games and stuff like that. But that airlock thing, oh no. Hold up. What is this? Hotel Architect. Oh! Wired. I know you did not just do this. I need this game. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. I need this game. Okay, yeah, I need this game. I need this game so good. Hotelarchitect.net. Okay, hold on. We're gonna
That
very
looks
politely
absolutely
come
amazing.
over
We
to
are
the
now
left a
joined
little
by
bit.
the mighty and wonderful Axel from Pathos Interactive. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
For the people who are checking in to Hotel Architect for the first time, how would you describe the game?
Yes, so Hotel Architect is a simulation tycoon game in which you build up hotels in various exciting locations all over the world.
Wait,
And
one second.
I would say the game is all about letting your creativity loose as a godlike hotel entrepreneur. You can design your hotels the way you want, experiment with staff and guests in different ways to make them happy or miserable if that's what you want. So basically, it's a very sandboxy approach. And when it comes to visuals, as seen in the video, it's a top-down 3D game, very cozy, colorful art style, and a quirky, humoristic feel.
So, when you're playing, when you're testing the game out as you're making it, are you prone to making people
and it's on
happy,
PC and
or
console?
going the opposite end of the spectrum and causing absolute misery? What sort of person are you?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I like it when it's kind of chaotic and making people, at least at some point, miserable, just to see how they react. But yeah, I mean, that probably comes from when I was a kid and played Sims. I mean, the funniest thing about Sims was to make the family miserable.
Remove the
at
ladders
least
from
when
the
I
swimming
played.
pool.
Exactly. That's
Yep,
a classic.
already signed up.
Yeah.
We go.
The
We
joy,
there.
the joy.
We're in there.
What
I've
else
already
did you
signed
used to
up.
play when you were
I've
growing up that
already
kind of
signed up.
inspired
I'm ready.
the direction
I'm
of
ready.
Hotel Architect, I guess?
I am ready.
I played a lot of like city builders and management games, strategy overall. But
Look
yeah,
at this.
I guess my favorite game of all time would be Caesar 3. That's totally awesome game.
Okay, I already like him because he likes
Actually,
Caesar
there
3.
are quite a lot of similarities with the Hotel Architect, like when it comes to economics and area planning and logistical chains and stuff like that. So even if it's more like small scale and modern business game, Hotel Architect, it's still got some similarities with the classic like city builders management games.
Amazing. So you've mentioned some of the similarities, but what are some of the things that set this game apart from other games within the genre?
Yes, I would say it's a mix of many different elements that creates our unique simulation and gameplay. But one thing we have in Hotel Architect,
You
which,
should add it to the wish list, right?
very rare in
Right.
tycoon
Just
games,
wish
is
listing
the
left and
building
right.
system where all tiles and walls and items
You
you
already know I
place
did that,
are
right?
built up manually by
How did I
characters
sign
in
up for
the
the
game.
early access? I already
In
wish
other
listed
tycoon
it.
games, especially 3D ones, everything
messed
tend to just pop up
Wired,
instantly
y'all messed
when you
up.
dragged out or placed it in a
Y'all
world.
don't understand. I can spend
But
hours
when we
doing
designed
games
this
like
game,
this.
we thought it would add an extra layer of depth to have all construction stuff simulated as well, as these are things that also may affect your hotel guests.
Oh, let me follow them
I mean,
on the
just imagine
Twitters.
if you get your wall smashed in while you
We follow
lie in
on the
bed at night,
Twitters.
or if someone comes and installs a new shower while you're sitting on the toilet, you probably won't leave a very positive review when you're checking out from that hotel. So we really wanted to create an awesome simulation where characters react to basically everything that happens in their surroundings. Yeah, and this of course also makes it even more interesting to play around in our sandbox mode, where you can create your own crazy scenarios and see how everything plays out.
So speaking of the sandbox mode, what are some of the features of the game that people can play around with in that sandbox mode? What gets you like personally excited?
Yeah, so I mean, I like to build like crazy. You can actually zone different types of
Look,
areas
Noodle, the
within
way
one
I'm be
room.
so broke.
So if you want to, you can like place a toilet in the middle of the
See, I would
reception,
love to
and
give
then you
away
have,
games like
the
these because these
waste
are
room,
cute. I love stuff
just,
like this.
adjacent to it, and maybe a dance floor as well. That's
Like, make
obviously not
everybody
the,
get
like,
love in this game.
perfect way
It's
to do
chaos.
it. It's chaos, but that's how I like to play it, because this game should also be like fun to fail. You do have like objectives, and you need to complete some scenarios on different locations around
Y'all
the
gonna
world.
live in a roach
But when
motel.
you've
I'll
done
make sure
so,
of that.
you have like unlocked the sandbox mode for that location, and you can play around however you want. But of course, as a
It's
hotel
gonna be the
manager,
most
you're also
five-star
in
roach
charge of
motel
all
ever.
finances. You get to choose every staff member in your hotel, and they all differ in experience and attributes. You get to create your restaurant menu, and overall, you have to like make sure your hotels offer such services and activities that your targeted guest group wants.
You mentioned that you can create your own menu, and obviously you can build locations all around the world. Does local cuisine feature?
Yeah, we actually plan to have like one unlockable meal or dish per location. So yeah, that's for sure in the game.
Amazing. I love me some good grub. It's the best thing about traveling. Let's be honest. You go to a hotel, there's something that you've never seen before on a menu. Like, for example, go to Amsterdam. It's like, yes, I will have the bitterballen. But I digress. So for those who have never experienced a Pathos interactive joint before, what can you tell us about the studio and the team that are working on this?
So Pathos Interactive, we are a Swedish game development studio founded by me and two brothers, Christopher and Alexander Anderson, about 9 years ago now. We are now 5 developers in the team, and Pathos is focusing on strategy games, but in a quite broad sense. Our previous game was a competitive real-time strategy game called Bannerman, and that was very much a passion project since everyone in the team grew up with classics
I'm definitely
like
gonna check them
StarCraft,
out.
Age of Empires, and City Builders, and we wanted to contribute with a fresh game in that genre. But our current project, Hotel Architect, definitely derives from passion as well. As I mentioned,
Because I used to play games like Command and Conquer. I played StarCraft and things like that. So I like that they do strategy games. So I'm gonna definitely go check out to see what else they got in their lineup of games that they have.
To play ourselves.
For a moment there, I thought you was going to say, I myself am a hotelier, and I own much land and many establishments. But
unfortunately not.
We all wish. One final question.
But you already know this is going to get played so hard.
What was the moment that made the 5 of you go, yes, Hotel Architects is what we're making? Like, Did you all go on like many
Oh,
hotel
and if I
trips
can get this to
together?
play
Did you
on
all,
console,
hack into the mainframe of like the Marriott,
that's gonna be so good.
and look at all their finances and stuff like that? What was the exciting twig that got you all? Yes, for legal reasons.
If you did,
that
don't
did
admit
happen.
to that.
Sure. No, but actually it was Christopher, as I mentioned. He was on a trip with Jonathan, another developer, and when they were at the hotel, they realized, okay, there are so many things that can like go wrong in a hotel, and there are so many like logistical chains and so many parameters that have to just
Did
work
any of them get their
to get
walls
a hotel
smashed
running.
in while they're trying to sleep?
He said it would be my
I'm not really
my
sure
life
about the
for
walls
weeks,
smashed in,
right?
but they experienced a lot of like
Absolutely right.
But anyway, I would say that when they
Look,
came home,
Noodle,
they had this
you
idea.
have not
and
seen me
we looked
when it
around
get into.
a bit.
Wait a minute, you
obviously,
watched me when I demoed
to see what
Synergy.
games
When I tell you
already exist. I mean,
hours,
because there are many
hours,
games, great games
you will
out there
mess around
already.
and get
But
damn near a
we
24-hour
thought it was
stream with
a
me
good
messing
fit,
around with games
also
like
for our
this.
team with our background, and so we just went all in.
Amazing. So finally, what can players expect from Hotel Architect moving forward? What have they got to look forward to?
So well, they can expect a vibrant and amusing, sometimes chaotic simulation game, but with mechanics that allow you to experiment and play around with different strategies. You will actually start off in Gothenburg, my hometown in Sweden, with the objective to build a hotel suitable for backpackers and sporties. And that's basically how the game is designed. You unlock a new location with some kind of challenge or scenario, and then when you completed that scenario, you unlock a new location and also the sandbox mode for the location you just played. But also, finally, you can expect Hotel Architect to be released later this year as early access, and we are so excited at this point. We're now designing the levels that will be part of the release version, and we are implementing the final major features, and it's so nice to see all things come together so well, and we can't wait to share this with all gamers out there.
We can't wait either. Thanks for joining us. Let's crack on.
Look at that. Yeah, I need that.
So that was Hotel Architect, and we can't wait to share more with you as the year goes on. There's already an early access roadmap that you can check out. Remember, you can wishlist the game on PC. And if you're watching this live, then check out the chat and you can join a Discord and stay up to date with all things Hotel Architect.
Now, usually in these things, you come to the adverts where people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for 10 seconds of fame. However, we're doing things a tiny bit differently this time, Jake. As people may well know, we are big supporters of Safe in Our World, a video game mental health charity, which brings comfort to people who not only play our games, but also make our games as well. So we're going to hand off to our wonderful friends at Safe in Our World to tell you a bit about what they're up to.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Safe in Our World is the global mental health charity for the video games industry and its gamers. The main goal of the charity is to create and foster worldwide mental health awareness within the video games industry and beyond, to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health, make it a natural topic of conversation, and empower people to reach out for help if they need it. The charity was launched on the 10th of October 2019 on World Mental Health Day, and has since then grown at a fast rate. As part of the launch, a poignant game called Fractured Minds was released across all platforms globally to support the charity.
I actually remember
The
this
game was made by an aspiring developer, Emily Mitchell, who entered a game development competition and subsequently won BAFTA's Young Game Designer Award in 2017. The game was made by herself and focused on her personal journey through different forms of mental health, from anxiety to depression to claustrophobia. Fractured Minds created these feelings in every scene. If you haven't played it already, I really urge you to. It is a wonderful but emotional journey. Ever since inception, it has always been a goal of the charity to organise an event where aspiring game developers have the opportunity to create games around the topic of mental health. So, I'm excited to say that today we are announcing the launch of the first ever Safe in Our World Mental Health Game Dev Champions event. As we now know, the charity was launched on the eve of a pandemic, which I actually think was pretty good timing. There were many dark days for many of us during that time, and I don't think we'll ever truly know the impact of that time. But if there is one legacy that COVID has left, it's that perhaps people are now talking about their mental health more. So that's the theme of the competition. We want to continue this vital conversation and encourage people to express what they went through and how they felt by making a game that means something to them, like Fractured Minds meant to Emily Mitchell. Registration is open from today until the end of May, and you can find all the details on our website of how to get involved. So just visit www.safeinourworld.org. And the official start date will be the 1st of June. There will be categories for both solo devs and small teams, and a host of awards and wonderful prizes, including a showcase of all the winning games. So please take part and please share your story. Safe in Our World has already helped hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and with your support we can help many more. Please help us spread the word and make stigma around mental health a thing of the past. So I just want to say a massive thank you to all the partners that has made this event possible, and good luck to everybody.
So thank you to Safe in Our World. And great news for you fans of iridescent blobs out there. Lumo, the Master Moat Chronicles, back in 2022, launched with its meditative mix of puzzly platforming, and it came out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, the Switch, the PC. But there's a whole new slew of consoles out there, and so to make sure that you can enjoy that relaxing mix of Lava Lamp-esque gameplay...
Again, what I tell you is so many games that are multi-platform.
It's going to be a free upgrade later this year. On top of that, though, there is a fully playable co-op mode being added as well. So keep an eye out for more information all about that soon.
Noodle, this looks like a game that you're going to play. And what I tell you, these I love it. I love it that these
Now,
the
Jake,
devs
I
here
don't know if you remember the last time we did a Wire
multi-platform.
Direct, we were all in lockdown. Everyone was working from home. We just transitioned to trying to find this new way to communicate across borders because we weren't sharing an office anymore. And none of that came into a fascinating spark of insight than Leo being trapped in Italy. Now, he had a very interesting experience while he was over there doing some work on his family's land, shall we say. And it's kind of sparked something a pretty juicy idea.
Is this like Farm Simulator? Because I did absolutely horrible at Farm Simulator. The way I ran over everything.
Work all day and through the night, early birds to catch a flight, burning candles at my fence. It's always been your thing, splash and grab in the rain, taking death for gold again.
All right, that was your very first look at Dig VR. And to learn a little bit more about the game, we're joined by Ben from Just Add Water and Leo Zulo, the MD from Wired, who got a bit of a bit like Thanos. He got a bit of an introduction before the trailer, and we teased the story of how Dig VR came to be. Actually, so I think it might be a great idea to hear directly. So Ben, Leo, welcome. We just saw Dig VR, and we heard that it was something to do with a wall, an Italian estate, and lockdown. So Leo, would you like to talk about how this became such an origin story?
Yeah. Happy to. So basically, February 2020, lockdown hadn't happened yet, but COVID was just rearing its ugly head. We'd just been to PAX in February, and it was obviously the last PAX, but it was probably the best PAX ever. Came back from PAX, was feeling a little bit ropey, had to go to Italy to look after my dad, because I used to go every sort of 2-3 weeks just to keep an eye on him. Got to Italy a couple of days after PAX, came down with a cold, and it was a normal, innocent cold, and I'm like coughing and spluttering, but it's a cold, and all my relatives over there are thinking, you're going to kill us, and I'm like, no, I'm not, it's just a bloody cold. Anyway, a couple of days later, the cold went away, and it wasn't COVID. And I phoned up the office and said, right, I'm coming back to the UK, and they said, no one wants you back. So I'm like, what do you mean no one wants me back? I'm the fucking MD. And they're like, no, if everyone comes back, if you come back, they're all going to mutiny. So I was sitting in a countryside farmhouse, and my window to my left was overlooking the Tuscan hills, and I'm looking at my screen.
I mean, if you tell me to let me just work from Italy,
I'm staying here.
I'm gonna be like,
so
okay.
I stayed in Italy for lockdown.
It. I'm not gonna. I don't have to come back to the office.
Bored,
I'm not. I don't have to come back to the office. I can stay my behind right at home, looking over the Tuscan hills. Like,
and it was looking a bit sorry for itself. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to borrow my cousin's digger, not cousin's digger, my cousin's tractor. Go up to it and take it down. I mean, what could go wrong?
You know how much work could get done? A lot. I love stuff like
and
that.
Obviously, it was the wrong tool for the job. So I hired a digger, and obviously, you know, health and safety aside, they dropped off the digger and said, can you use a digger? Yeah, of course I can. You know what I mean? And they gave us the keys. So I'm in a digger with the two controllers, and I'm like, you know, up, down, forward, jumping. Fucking hell, this is not working. And I'm smashing this fucking wall. And you know, after quite a few failed attempts, I finally got into the groove of using the two controllers, and then every now and again lost the controls, because it's one of those kind of learning things. And I had this kind of eureka moment. I thought, you know what, this is almost exactly like you were in a game and you were on board in and you're learning the controls. And then I thought about it, and I thought the two controls are almost identical to VR. And imagine what this would be like in VR. So I'm like, the idea sort of stuck. So I came back to the UK after many months, when COVID was almost gone, and mentioned it to my teammates, and they said, yeah, good idea. And then I had a moment when I had a lunch with Joel Benton, wonderful man, who is part of Just Add Water, and I was telling him my story, and he goes, you know what, I've got a team that can make this, and I went, oh really? So he went off to his team, and they said, yeah, we can make it, and together we came up with a pitch and presented it to Meta. And all of a sudden, 2 years later, you know, we have Dig VR. So those ideas of these games coming from silly ideas.
You know, it'd be cute. This would be cute for kids
sometimes
too.
Do.
That like that kind of stuff. That like building games.
So that's a fantastic story. And you mentioned Just Add Water, and of course we're also joined with Ben here from Just Add Water. So Ben, I assume that you're taking some responsibility for this game.
Taking no responsibility. Yeah, it was interesting. Obviously, when we first had the meeting with Leo and the rest of his team, and they kind of pitched the grand idea at the top of it's a digging game, and that was kind of the overarching thing. And then we needed to fill in the rest of that gap between it's a digging game and game, you know. So it's like, what can we do with it? And funnily enough, I was at the time on the call. I was sat in my lounge and just looking out the window, and someone opposite was having their driveway dug up at the same time. So they had like a little mini digger, and they had like this little breaker attachment on, which is this like massive piston thing that like hammers the ground. So they were breaking up the driveway, and I was kind of like zoning in and out of talking to these guys and watching this digger, and they were breaking the driveway, and I saw they like detached it, and then they attached a bucket on, and they started doing something else, and they found a root, and they were like, oh no, let's take this bucket off and put this other like saw on, and we'll do the root. And then I was just kind of like, well, why don't we, rather than, because we were going to have loads of different machines and things like this, and I was like, well, why don't we just kind of do what they're doing, right, and have just focus on diggers, but have loads of interchangeable tool heads, right? So we can change out different tool heads. You can do different tasks, make it very gamey, make it very fun, and it kind of just evolved from there. I think Leo was on board with that idea at the start. If he's not, he is now. But
yeah, I mean, it was a good
Yeah.
collaboration. I mean, the guys took the idea and fleshed it out. To be fair, but the core point of the game is it just had to remain true to that feeling of sitting in a digger. So if you've been in a digger, it perfectly recreates that feeling. If you've never been in a digger, it gives you that feeling to makes you want to actually be in a real digger. So it was kind of that perfect, but also with a massive game component. So even though it's a simulation in terms of controls, there's lots of variety to make it simple so that it's actually a game. So it's a sim but game. So it's a really unique hybrid, but the controls are spot
yeah,
on.
I think it's like we're describing it as sim light, right? It's sim light, authentic controls, but with a like arcadey twist. So there's a lot of things in there, like you use the digger in a bowling alley, you use it to play hook a duck, you use it on a ball pit, in a big digger though, in like a kid's ball pit, right? So again, we wanted to not do that kind of traditional, hardcore heavy sim, because it's not. That's not what it is. And again, the platform doesn't really kind of allow that kind of uber physics, uber sim. So we had to focus on like really enjoyable gameplay, but whilst keeping that sense of authentic controls and nailing that right, because it's hard to master. Easy to kind of learn the controls, but really hard to master. And then when it clicks, you get in that flow state, right? And you just kind of you just zone out and you dig in the dirt and zoning out.
Yeah,
So we
this
wanted
would
to
be a
tap
really
into
good
that.
game
So
for
we have
kids.
kind of
I'm
mashed
not
a
even gonna
lot
lie to you.
together
This would be a
to
really
try and
good
make it
game
appeal to more than just
for like kids that are
the
in that
hardcore,
building phase of their
digger or
life
excavator
and they
fans.
like
We
that
really
kind of
wanted to
stuff. If
broaden
you
that
got
appeal.
VR, this would probably be a
Personally,
really good
I'm so happy
investment.
that this is happening because I remember, I think it wasn't too far coming out of lockdown where you were allowed to go out again. And I met Leo and Jason in Woking to catch up and say hello. And Leo was like, do you want to see our new game? I was like, okay. And just shows me videos of him on a digger. And I'm like, Leo, that's you on a digger? And it's like, no. This is our new game. I was like, okay. So I'm so happy that this chat is happening and that it exists and that you found a way to make it such a you've managed to gamify it in such a fun, cool way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good. I mean, it was, sometimes the penny drops and something feels right, and you question why hasn't this been done before? And I'm kind of glad it hasn't because we kind of got in there, but through something real, and a game's come from it, but the connection between the two, I think, is what's going to push it forward. It really does feel like you're in a digger, and if you've ever been on a digger, it's a big boy's toy for everyone, but it just feels so good. I do want to. I mean, there are some, Meta. I've got to thank the Meta team because they 100% got into the idea. Spoke to their team and they were like, "Yeah, I've been on a digger. I know what it's like. My boy's been on a digger. I know what it's like. I really like this idea." I mean, Joel, he completely got the idea. The Just Add Water team completely got it. So this has been a true collaboration where everyone's just thrown in, all their sort of passion and all their, it's a game. It's a game. Obviously, it's a game. It's just a bit of a simulation, but there's a lot of feeling, a lot of emotion, and it's very, very, very personal. So for me personally, it's I still got some of my dad's sort of voice at the back when I'm mashing up this wall saying, "What the fuck are you doing, boy?" You know what I mean? So, I've got, bless him, he's not here at the moment anymore. So this is kind of to him and to everyone that's had those sort of moments. So, yeah, we've got to make people proud with this one. Well, I mean, as of probably 3, 2, 1 now, the Meta page is live if we've timed it really well. So if you type in Dig VR on the Meta store or the Meta page website, you should be able to go to there and wishlist it. Pre-orders are not ready yet, but you should be able to wishlist it. digvrgame.com will be live and all the various socials. We will be doing some crazy shit with real diggers to promote this. So stay tuned, watch this space, wishlist it, tell your friends, and yeah, this game is going to be a lot of fun.
Look at this. This is so cute.
So, now for something a little bit different. Now, as most of you might know, Bulwark, the Falconeer Chronicles, released on March 26th to much critical acclaim, made by solo developer Thomas
It's so
Seller.
good.
What
I
a
still
legend.
play it. It's
What
so
magnificent
good.
hair. What magnificent style and fashion. He's great. But has Thomas been taking any time off since launch? The answer is no.
The Free House remnant, I presume? The Orthodoxy holds the power to increase your settlements.
We represent the bannerless on this day, and they have deemed you unworthy of further fighting.
This is such a good, and it's chill. It's so chill.
Oberon's
I
gate
love the
remains.
music in here.
We can import resources and reconnect with our
Right,
lost
remember
kin.
this, Noodle?
This
You
is a
remember
great
this?
day.
Oh, we're gonna update too? Yes, let's go.
That's right, new DLC is on the way for Bulwark, the Falconeer Chronicles. Make sure you can pick up Bulwark to get yourself up to date with the base game, and keep an eye on Thomas's development progress on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. Right, in just a few days' time on Thursday, we're taking, well, gamers to the laundrette, not for the reason that you might first think. Arcade Paradise VR launches on MetaQuest this week, and we thought, why keep you waiting just a few days for the launch trailer? And not just that, there's a QR code on screen right now, and if you're watching it live, good news, because the first 1,000 people to check it out will get a free copy of the Arcade Paradise soundtrack. Is it, what's the price of it? Priceless. That's what it is. It's priceless, and it could be yours. Got it? Got it. And with that, let's take a look a couple of days early at this trailer for Arcade Paradise in VR.
Don't play with my emotions.
Welcome to Arcade Paradise.
So, you know, some classic arcade sim management simulating.
Let's play.
This soundtrack is fire. I love it.
Go. Is that gum?
He never misses.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's definitely a stain. I've been there, buddy. Oh, now we're talking.
We've got arcades.
That was amazing. This guy really enjoyed that a little too much.
Whoa!
Let's do it. Whoa, look at this place. This is insanely cool. It's getting better and better.
Oh my god, I'm amazing at this game.
It's what we do in these streets when you gotta pick up the cash.
All of the arcade games are great.
This is so good.
Oh, where's my car?
This is the coolest Quest release I've played so far this year.
Oh, wait, what?
You need VR?
How cool is
I
this?
thought about it. I have to do like a donation goal for it, but I thought about doing some VR.
Well, dope. I guess I can just play games in here.
This music is so good. They were playing this earlier, and I was over here head bopping the entire time.
You ain't the king of Jack. Babylon brain stuck on the track. Right on the course, revealing all that you lack. Here's a fact. Rip through the illusion, you might find a clue inside your
So the Wired Steam sale is going to be featuring some of the latest and greatest games from Wired, as well as some of the classics from the attic you might not have checked out the first time round. Hey, but listen, we tried to keep this as full of content as we could, but what's a presentation if you're watching it without one more thing? So there you have it. That was Wired Direct 2024. And did we deliver? Tons of gameplay, loads of interview stuff, premieres, and that's not it. Me and Aaron are going to go and have a well-deserved cup of tea now, and as we disappear, you can watch some pure, unadulterated gameplay of all the games mentioned, well, all the games we're allowed to show at least, at the Wired Direct right after this. And if you're watching this live, stick around in the sidebar. You'll be able to see all the information about all of the games that are featured today, as well as lots more. Like we mentioned, there's a Steam sale right now if you want to get yourself familiar with some of the previous titles. And for everything upcoming, make sure to wishlist. As we mentioned, all of the links are right there. Just wishlist, check out the games there. You can pre-order some places. You can wishlist it. Some you can buy in just a few days, like Arcade Paradise VR. I hope you had a really nice time. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a really wonderful rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Yeah! Yeah! I'm also writing down this code, by the way. You already know I got this code, right? I'm not playing with y'all.
I'm activating tutorial mode. That was the frank time warp. Frank time warp is a trademark that comes with frequent usage of frank time warp that causes vomiting, headaches, diarrhea, and explosions of death. All users at your own risk. Wow, that was weird. Ooh, billboards! A perfect fuel source! Jump on them and let me feast! That was delicious!
Look at this. This is so cute.
Hey, what is that?
Somebody help me! Oh, no, you did not give it the cutest little voice ever. Oh, you failed.
What the fuck?
The ugly corn.
attack for a lot more action.
Good night, light.
He's always wanted to be a lawnmower. Oh my lord. Would you even play this? I feel like Kirby would play this. Fingers I have ever seen.
My sensors are picking something. Oh, this is terrible. You're both going to die.
Hush, buddy. You have no faith in us at all? I see nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing upon nothing. Nothing upon no. Oh, giant arcade machine!
We should go back.
Reset. Laser descents activated.
Look at this, Noodle. Yes. You still gotta get this game because I know you really like this one. Yeah, this is like such a, and it's the thing about it that I love about it, the graphics is like y'all hear me say it a lot, but I promise y'all, the graphics in this game is absolutely beautiful. Like you said, the only thing I had an issue with was with the photo mode, and that's just because like you can't pause the time and just have it where you just see the waves going and everything. But it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. It's, oh God. And the music is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I want to get the Falconeer because I want to see like everything that happened beforehand. But like, I highly recommend Bulwark. Like, hands down, I honestly highly recommend Bulwark. If you like this, like you like strategy, you like civilization building, you like survival, get Bulwark Falconeer's Chronicle. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. The music was beautiful, the graphics was beautiful, the gameplay takes a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, it was awesome. It was so awesome. Like, I absolutely love this, and it was so good. It's so good. And like, this is not even an exaggeration. It looks like this. Like, honestly, it looks just like this. It's that gorgeous. They did such a phenomenal job with this game. Look how beautiful this is. They really did, honestly though, Noodle. They like, I fall in love with games like this. I'm just sitting here and all I can do is just like bask in the scenery of this game.
What is this place?
Although this is not necessarily the type of game I would play, this actually is really nice though.
What happened to me? Where am I? The Thought Bureau's missions are always confidential. Handlers and operators maintain a neutral relationship with one another. The more they know, the more dangerous it is. In the operations, everyone can be the hunter and the hunted. Nightcrawlers. That's what the people in the city call us. The Thought Bureau describes my duty as roam. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we spend most of our time in other people's brains, listening to what you hear and watching what you see. I don't know how long it's been since I last returned home. Where even is my home? All I remember is ever since Leviathan told me that my mother had passed away, I've devoted all my effort and time to my work. I guess, if she was still alive, she'd hate my job. I'm sure she'd say, once you start working for them, you'll become less and less of a good person. I'm thinking, maybe it isn't the job that changed me. Maybe this is just how I've always been.
Welcome. Welcome.
I'm Daniel McGovern, a Rome agent from the Thought Bureau. My company ID is 8490.
Rome, huh? I'm Fred Ebbett, the current chief of this facility. Welcome to the Winston Research Institute. It's the back door, to be precise. I often hear that you people don't talk a lot. I thought this was just an ordinary theft. I never imagined a case like this would trouble a Rome agent. Looks like there's more to it. You see, as a level B citizen, I'm familiar with your rules. Outsiders like me should not question, nor intervene.
Listen, Mr. Abbott. You only have to tell me where the mailroom is. I need to receive a document from the Thought Bureau right now. Please don't hold me up in my duties.
I know you're here to look into that freak, Sean Mendez. To your left, in the room where the lights are still on. Still, pardon me for saying this, but what happened at the Research Institute today was abnormal.
The music in here slaps so good.
You ain't the king of tech. Babylon brain stuck on the track. Right on the course, revealing all that you lack. Here's a fact. Risk of the illusion, you might find that clue inside confusion when you look at your life. Right, you ain't me down, my flight's overdue. And I'm so over you, the holy truth is I'm the one who needs to choose which path I go, which life I make. If you wanna play the game with me, then make no mistake, boy. And I don't play nice. Yeah. Ain't no second life. Leave you blinded by the light of the sun. Yeah, come on, ripple of the arcade paradise. And I don't play nice. Yeah. my shit before I waste my life in your brick. Yeah, the raging flame within my hate for all you made and you create. I'll burn it all at the stake. Fate catches up, a match is struck to ignite. This empty lesson learned, I'm done, I'm through with your life.
Okay, how does that sound?
And now to play nice. Ain't no second life. Leave you blinded by the light of the sight. Come on, Reaper of the arcade paradise. And now to play nice. Ain't no second life. Leave you blinded by the light of the
Yeah,
sight.
I was saying he messed up. He was trying to do trick shots with that hammer. It didn't go well for him. What he should have did was just stick with one hand.
Sins of the Father brings the heat of the Son. The sins of the Father brings the heat of the Son. The sins of the Father brings the heat of the Son. The sins of the Father brings the heat of the Son. And now to play nice. Ain't no second life. Leave you blinded by the light of the sight. Come on, Reaper of the arcade.
Not the roaches on the game board.
And now to play nice. Ain't no second life. Leave you blinded by the light of the sight. Come on, Reaper of the arcade paradise.
Okay, I thought this part was so nasty he ate the gum. It's our game, Noodle. It's our game. It's time to make them hotels holiday ends. And then you just see the little people going around. You said I joined the Discord for this game. Yeah, after stream, I'm gonna join the Discord for this one too, because this is adorable. wonder though, can you close the hotel while you're doing renovations? Because that would be interesting. Because I noticed that people are coming up while it's being renovated and they're asking to like book a room. So I'm surprised you can't have like a build mode. They only got 2 tables. Hi, Jay. How are you? Oh, Lord, no, you did not do that. Yeah, you did. You did that. Mm-mm. Oh, here come Deliver Us the Moon. What am I supposed to be wish listing? Quite a few lot. You should have already booked. You should have already wish listed Bulwark, the Falconeers Chronicle. This is Hotel Architect, where we get to build up hotel motels and Holiday Inns. Also Roach Motels if you are so inclined. And then this is Deliver Us the Moon. This might be just a little bit louder than normal. Drop this down just a little bit. This game is right up my alley. Well, this is Deliver Us the Moon. So you can wish list this. This is actually already out, but it is also coming to the Switch. So if you have a Switch and you would like something like something like this to play with on Switch, this is coming to Switch. Not gonna lie, the music is gorgeous in here. You say it's Steam Deck compatible. You said I like my Switch, but the way I need an SD card for my Switch, I do not blame you. So yay, that was the Wired Direct. We actually saw some pretty cool games, so I think that is really nice. And I have to thank them for allowing me to be co-streaming with them and showcase all these nice games by all these nice indie devs. So there you go. We saw actually quite a bit of games. We got to see some interviews with some of the devs and get their thoughts behind it. I thought this was a really good showcase. I actually really enjoyed it. They did some trivia to get everybody engaged and get them hyped. They even did some Steam giveaway keys during the pre-rolls. So I think this was great. They did an amazing job. So I think this is great. Yay! All right. So y'all know today is a non-stream day for me. So I will go back into lurker mode because I got stuff to work on. This was great. Thank you to Wired Productions for allowing me the opportunity to showcase all your amazing games with everyone here. It was amazing. I loved it. I absolutely love these kind of opportunities to introduce people to new games. Definitely have some of these that are going on my wish lists. We'll be poking you for keys, sirs and ma'ams. But this was awesome. All right, so this was going to be a short stream, which it is. I will be live tomorrow. Bulwark demo downloaded. Jay, you're actually going to really like you because you like that kind of stuff. So I will be live tomorrow, and I will actually do something that I normally do not do, which would be I will actually do my Jensen Impact pulls for you guys live on stream. You get to watch my tears. So, yes. Because Jensen Impact got stuff to do. We gonna got some things to do. So with that being said, y'all have a good Tuesday. We got things to go take care of. some content to create and try to put out this week. Chill out modes and all that niceness. I'll bring a handkerchief. Look, don't bring a handkerchief. You need to bring the box. And I don't mean like a normal box. I mean like Sam's Club size box. You're going to need several of those. Because y'all know me, how me and Jensen Impact are. We have a love-hate relationship when it comes to wishing. You said beach towel, it's several. Make it super fluffy and absorbent. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, thank you, Wire Productions. You guys were amazing. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.